I arrived at the garden in 2010 to take up the new position for me as president. I was taken around on a golf buggy, and as I looked over my shoulder, I said, "What's that building?" And the answer was, "Oh, that's closed. It's not used." I said, "Yes, but what is it?" "Oh, that's Shaw's Museum." "Oh, can I go in?" "Well, I don't have the key." So I persisted, and I was amazed to go in and find that it was a hidden architectural treasure.
It is St. Louis's forgotten museum.
It's been a real black hole. You see it on the corner of your eye as you go by.
It opened in 1860 as a tabernacle to the wonders of nature, built by a man who was a force of nature. Henry Shaw founded the Missouri Botanical Garden, one of the first of its kind in the country and one of the best of its kind in the world. Though Shaw insisted it always be called the Missouri Botanical Garden, generations of St. Louisans have refused to call it anything other than Shaw's Garden. And the first permanent building built for the garden was Shaw's Museum. But its mission turned out to be temporary, because from the day it opened, it was too small for the garden's growing ambitions.
If this building was being advertised by a real estate agent, he or she would probably say it was definitely a fixer-upper.
Now, after more than a century of drift and decline, Henry Shaw's Museum has become a museum once again, brought back to life with help from donors, big and small.
The original, I love it. Beautiful. But we're gonna do better.
I think it's fabulous. Today, when we have civic buildings and churches and strip malls, and we tear down monumental buildings and put in parking lots, it's a wonderful tool to be able to show the public what the 19th century was about.
Henry Shaw built his museum for $25,000. Restoring it would cost almost $8 million and take more than a year to complete.
Well, it is challenging, partly because a lot of it you don't really know what you're getting into until the contractor's on site and peeling stuff away.
Well, I'd like to think we know everything else, but on the other hand, when we find something like this, it's inevitable that there's other things we're going to learn along the way.
The building obviously has had lots of challenges over the years, and so perhaps they had no alternative but to cover it up, keep it safe, and wait for us to come along and conserve it in the future.
It took 4 seasons to reimagine Henry Shaw's Museum, which is now officially named in memory of Stephen and Peter Sachs, whose family provided the lead donation for the project. But if history tells us anything, it would seem to suggest that St. Louisans will probably just call this place Shaw's Museum.
The real significance of the building is its historical legacy, that it ties to the Henry Shaw vision and was his first stab at creating a facility that would be a leader in botanical science